And now to some political advertising that I have to say hits pretty close to home. Several of you have pointed out recently that a clip from our show is running as part of an ad to support Mike Erickson, the Republican, who's running for the brand new 6th Congressional District in Oregon. It's an attack ad on the Democrat Andrea Salinas, and it features a couple of comments I made here when we fact-checked an earlier attack ad aimed at Salinas. Here's the part I'm talking about.
Taxes were raised. Andrea Salinas raised them.
Salinas voted for the largest tax increase in state history. That is accurate. The tax is big. Okay, I have to say the first time I saw that, it was quite a jolt for me. I think I saw it last weekend. It's the first time I've ever been used like that. And in case you were wondering, it sort of made me mad. And you noticed it too. Roger wrote in to say, I noticed Pat Dooris in a Mike Erickson ad and am curious if Pat and KGW8 are backing Erickson in his campaign efforts, or is he going to address the issue with a statement or a disclaimer? Yes, I am going to address it, Roger. I actually responded directly to Roger on Tuesday and said we were not going to make a public statement about it at the time. It's because we were thinking behind the scenes about how to respond. And really, our instinct was just to ignore the ad and not give it any more prominence. But then more emails kept coming in. Ronald wrote in to tell me one of the TV political ads is using a spot from The Story with you in it. That is questionable for you and the station, and I'm surprised the newsroom allowed it. And Charlotte added, Pat Dooris, do you realize you are in a Mike Erickson ad? It's out of context and not the complete story, FYI. And Mike asked, is Pat Dooris endorsing the Republican candidate for the 6th Congressional District? His image and an excerpt from a segment on ad fact-checking is being used by the congressional PAC. I have this to say. Arg! No, I'm not endorsing the Republican Mike for the 6th or the Democrat. I'm not endorsing anyone there. And yes, Charlotte, thank you. I do realize the ad is out there. And no, Ronald, we did not allow it. Blah! Okay. Let's step back for a moment. In mid-October, we ran several fact checks on political attack ads. As part of that, we told you that KGW, as a federally licensed TV station, cannot, under federal rules, refuse to air any political ad. We also cannot control what they say or what they use in their ads. So the Republicans did not ask if they could use part of my report, and they didn't have to. It's similar to campaigns quoting a newspaper article. Did they shave off all the context around those statements that I made? Yes, of course they did. But they don't seem to care about context. The context was this. I actually tracked down the bill dealing with that tax increase. It was HB 3427. I told you it was the Student Success Act from the 2019 legislature, and it will raise more than $1 billion a year for schools. I also reported that virtually every Democrat, including Salinas, voted yes, and virtually every Republican voted no. And then I summarized what I had just reported. Here it is. So the line is, Salinas voted for the largest tax increase in state history. I find that is accurate, but it's also lacking a bit of context. It taxed businesses, not individuals, and there is a difference. All right, so that was about twice as long as the clip that they used in the ad. And yes, I know some argue that taxing businesses still taxes consumers anyway, since the businesses just pass it along to all of us. But the bill itself was aimed at businesses. So to summarize this report, no, I am not endorsing Erickson. No, we did not give permission to the Republicans to use that clip. No, they did not need our permission to do it. Yes, it does make me mad. I wish they had not done it. But I think it also shows that they're watching, just like you. They've discovered that we do unique, in-depth stories on local topics that matter to you, and we do it better than anyone else in this market. So I guess swiping a couple of clips from our show maybe is a bit of a backhanded compliment.